Hello guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this particular video, I'm going to be showing you how to cut a pant trouser, a free one at that. The first thing you need to do is to fold your fabric into two, making sure that it accommodates the large circumference of your lower part, which is your hip and your thigh. Now you lift your tape up like this and locate your crotch depth. How do I get my crotch depth? I divided my hip measurement by 4 and I added extra 2 inches to it because this particular person is pregnant and she doesn't want it to be 2 feet. Okay, so you connect it into a straight line. Don't forget to lift up your band and then pull your tape downward to locate your knee length. This is needed so that we can at least shape the pant and it won't be just too big as it were. I am going to be connecting it into a straight line. That is my knee length. The trouser length is 44 inches, so my knee length is 21 inches. Now on your crotch depth, you are going to divide your hip by 4 and then add 1 inch sewing allowance to it, just as you see me doing here. Then from that crotch depth, you go down by 2 or 3 inches depending on the size of your client. That is where our thigh is going to be sitting. So I'm going to mark it like you see me doing, then connect it into a straight line. This is going to give your pants a very good shape. Then on that line where you came down by 2 inches, mark your thigh divided by 2 plus 1 inch sewing allowance. Your thigh, the thigh I'm working with is 28 inches, divided by 2 is 14 inches, plus 1, 15 inches, okay? So I folded the fabric according to the wideness of my thigh, so as not to waste my fabric. So I have 14, then I added 1 inch to it. The same thing on the crotch depth, hip divided by 4, I am going to add 1 inch. Then on the waistline, I'm going to transfer exactly my hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch to that place. I am doing that because I'm going to be adding elastic band to the waist, so it is not a fitted pant. Okay, now I'm going to connect all the way to my crotch depth, the hip divided by 4. Okay, after connecting it into a straight line like that, I'm going to go up from that crotch depth by 1 inch so as to create my crotch curve. Then I'm going to take my crotch curve ruler and connect it like so. I'm going to connect it to the excess that we have in the front, which is the excess of about 2 inches. That is for our lap, that our under thigh, so that it will sit perfectly well. Okay, so I connected this to the thigh area. Now to get the wideness of the down part of my pant, you remember that my thigh is 28 inches, divided by 2 I have 14 inches. So out of that 14 inches, instead of putting that exactly 14 inches, I'm going to be marking 13 inches on my knee length and 13 inches on my hem. So that will give it a curve automatically. It won't be too free, at the same time it will not be fitted. So it's a kind of baggy that is not too fitted. The next thing for me to do is to connect all my straight line. After doing that, I'll go ahead and split open the side. We are going to be joining by the side, and after opening the side, I'm going to cut the lines that I chalked out like you see me doing in this video. Okay, now the front piece is almost ready. Later in the video, I'm going to be showing you how to add pockets to this front piece, but before then, let's move to the back piece. You are going to be folding your fabric into 2 just like you did for the front, but the only difference is that you are going to be adding extra 2.5 or 2 inches to the back piece when you are folding. You are going to be needing it because of the back side. Our buttock is not flat, so we have to create an accommodation for that. Okay, Now you go to your waist area and add 2 inches all the way, like you see me. Just follow the curve of that crotch curve, like you see me doing in this video, both from the front, you see, on the tie, on the crotch depth, and then on the arc. You're going to create that arc too, following the same procedure, and then create that curve. You can use your curve ruler or you can use your free hand. Just make sure that it is all 2 inches all the way. Okay, now on the front side like this, instead of adding 2 inches all downward, you can decide to add 1.5. You can decide to add 1.5 or 2 inches, depending on how wide the thigh of your client is. Different people with different shape, but this particular customer, shape is still okay with 1.5 inches. Okay, so I added 1.5 inches all the way down, like you see me doing in this video. That is to accommodate the back side of the client. So you can go as far as adding 2 to 3 inches, depending on the back side of your client. Okay, now after doing that, make sure that the sides align, and that is what I'm trying to do here. The next thing is to cut it out all the way to the curve at the front. This is the perfect way for cutting traditional pants without that is not fitted, and it's going to sit perfectly well on your client. Don't forget to mark the wrong side of the fabric, especially if you are working with big Ankara fabric. The wrong and the right side is always similar. Now we are done with the back cutting. The next thing I would like to show you is that you have to slit open the back side too, just as you did for the front. By the time we want to join pockets to the two sides, we need to hold them separately. So I am going to be cutting open the back side just like I did for the front side. So make sure that your clothes align so that one side will not be longer than the other side. Then carefully slit it open straight downward, just like you see me doing in this video. If you have watched this video to this point, I want to say thank you for coming all the way to watch this video. I want to say thank you for your support all the way. Please like, share, and comment on this post, and don't forget to tell somebody about this channel. Now before we leave, I want to show you how to add pockets to this trouser. From your waistline, you are going to come down by 1 inch, which is just the allowance where you are going to be joining your band to the body of the trouser. Okay, now from that 1 inch is where we are going to start the marking of our pocket opening. So you place your tape like this and then measure 7 inches downward. For an adult, an average adult, 7 inches is the standard pocket opening that you can use. Now we are going to use half an inch to join the band to it, and the remaining half will be for ease. So you just mark that 7 inches and then notch it open. When you are notching, notch it half an inch inward, so that when you are joining it, it will be perfect to join the sides all over it. Thank you for staying till the end of this video. I'm going to see you in the part 2 of this video, where we are going to be cutting the kimono with the drawstrings. I love you guys.